You're watching Focus Montreal.
Are you planning your big day? Know someone who is? If you're looking for some wedding ideas this year, the Salon de la Mariée is back. The event is celebrating its 35th anniversary. Over 170 booths will be on display at the Palais de Congrès January 31st and February 1st. Joining me now is Sheldon Kagan, president of Sheldon Kagan International. Thanks for joining us. 35 years. Did you think that it would last this long?
I don't think so, but you know, when I first started it in 1980, it was just an idea of how can I get more business for my entertainment company? Well, I'll do a wedding show. Right. And it's just amazing, you know, after the first year, how it's just taken off. And, you know, every year is different. It's fun. It's so great to do something where, you know, we're making so many people happy.
Right. And so what has changed over the years?
Well, in terms of traditions, you know, everybody is always looking for something special for their wedding. And this year, for the 35th anniversary of my show, the whole theme is going to be entertainment. So there's going to be lots going on. I mean, I'm going to have performers there, Cirque du Soleil style performers doing aerial acrobatics. You're going to be able to find performers that are going to be hanging from the air that'll pour champagne for your guests during cocktails, which is like, wow, you could never do that before. So there's lots of entertainment. So the whole concept this year is really big on entertainment, and that's what bride and grooms are looking for now.
Well, of course, everyone thinks about, you know, dresses and finding places for receptions, but what are some of the other things that people will find there?
Well, the whole show is all about your wedding, honeymoon, and future home. So I have a huge amount of suppliers like photographers, florists, limousines. And what's interesting about the show is you can meet one-to-one to the vendor. Because if you're looking for a photographer, you know, do you want someone who's low-key? Do you want someone who's in your face? So if you can sit and talk to them in person, it's going to help you be able to decide if this is the right person for you. Also, we have people in different price ranges. So, you know, depending on your budget, you can get some really, really good ideas from the show. And we're also very careful about which exhibitors we take. So, you know, we don't want just anybody to be there as an exhibitor.
Has some of the clientele changed? I mean, you know, brides and their parents, perhaps, but are there more grooms going? Are there more friends of the couple going?
Yeah, I believe that's definitely happened. There seems to be more couples that are bringing friends of theirs along to get ideas. Also, last year we very openly welcomed same-sex weddings, which I think was great to do, and we're doing it in even a bigger way this year. So, you know, the vendors are very open, and they're going to have, you know, really a good variety of ideas and concepts for everybody.
And you mentioned same-sex marriages. How are you say you're doing it in a bigger way this year, being open to that at the Salon de la Mariée? How? In which ways?
Well, because years ago you would go see a cake display and there would be a bride and groom on top. Now many of the cake manufacturers are putting a groom and groom on top and a bride and bride on top. So, you know, it's really nice and it's fun and it's very welcoming and open, the Salon, for everybody.
And, you know, it's huge, 170 booths, and it seems to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, we're going to have well over 5,000 visitors. So it's a huge show, but also it's very manageable. You know, you don't want a show that's too big where you're going to see so many suppliers, you're not going to remember who was there.
Right.
You'll be able to talk to people, meet people. We have huge fashion shows. Actually, Jessica from Global is going to be modeling again this year, and she's going to be coming down the aisle with my 16-month-old grandson, Turner. And both my son and daughter, Marlene and Barry, as soon as they can walk, have been in the show, till at some point they said around 14, that's enough, Dad, we're out of it. So it's going to be so fun to see, you know, Turner, you know, at such a young age, taking over where my kids was actually in the fashion show.
What are some of the wackiest, weirdest things that you've ever seen? You ever seen any proposals at the
Definitely. Oh, there's always proposals. There's always. I mean, last year I was walking by a jeweler and somebody just got down on her knees and proposed to her. And, you know, I'm sure she had to have an idea, but I think it was just such a wow at that point that she just like was crying and had to be consoled. And, you know, that's fun. It's also, my show is always taking place on Super Bowl weekend. And, you know, so, you know, someone might have thought, well, the grooms aren't going to come, but of course they're going to come because Super Bowl starts well after the Salon's over. But, you know, some of the exhibitors are, you know, even having like a Super Bowl theme. You know,
Oh, okay.
so that, you know, getting the guys together, and a bunch of guys will get together and talk while the girls are looking at the dresses and lingerie. It's a real fun event. It's an important event. Brides wait all years for this because, you know, they want to be able to find everything for their wedding.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and have a great show.
Yeah, thank you.
The Salon de la Mariée runs January 31st and February 1st at the Palais de Congrès. That's all for this edition of Focus Montreal. Thanks for joining us. I'm Elysia Bryan Baynes. We'll see you next time.